What's up guys, Zaid here, and today we've got a pretty cool video. Apparently new Dark Magician support just got announced, and so I haven't read these cards yet. They're coming out in Battle of Chaos, whatever the hell that is, and I figured I would read them on camera for the first time. The first one is Magic Haribo, a level 1 Dark Fiend effect monster. 300 attack, 200 defense, stat line clearly garbage, but it's a level 1, what do you expect? This card, you can only use one of this card's first and second effects each per turn. During the main or battle phase, if you took battle damage or damage from a card effect this turn, quick effect, send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Special Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl from your deck or graveyard. This card's actually really cool. It's like a Ghost Trick Mary kind of. That's the first card that comes to mind. Which that card, when you take damage, you discard it, summon a Ghost Trick. But this is like really good actually. If a face-up spellcaster monster you control is destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect, add this card from your graveyard to your hand. What? I actually really like this card. I don't know if this is like game breaking for the deck or anything, but this is really cool. It's a free summon a Dark Magician, which is going to proc your continuous spell, and it recycles itself. So you're just going to take less damage overall, which is really nice. Oh, not every card here is actually Dark Magician support, it looks like. Maybe it is. The next one is Dimension Conjurer. Level 1 Dark Spellcaster effect monster. 500 attack, 500 defense. You can only use this card's first and second effects each once per turn. If this card's normal or special summoned, add a Dark Dimension from your deck or graveyard to your hand. What is Dark Dimension? I don't actually know what Dark Dimension does, so I don't know if this is good. If this card's sent from your monster zone to the graveyard, draw cards equal to the number of spellcasters you control. Then place the same cards from your deck to the top, or from your hand to the top of the deck in any order. I don't know what this searches, so if this card's good, it might be good. If not, it's kind of garbage. Is that card one of these? It's not. Let's look what that is real quick. Magical Dimension says if you control a spellcaster monster, target a monster you control, tribute it, and special a spellcaster from your hand, then destroy one card on the field. So if you normal or special this card, you can add that, activate it, summoning a card from your hand and destroying a card your opponent controls, which isn't terrible, I guess. Oh, and then it procs this effect, where you get to cycle through some cards. This would be a lot better if it was a +1, though. If it was like put the same amount back -1. So I don't really think too much of this card, to be honest. This first one, though, the Kribo, is really cool. Next we have Guitaryu Timaeus. Timaeus the Combination Dragon. Timaeus the Dragon of Destiny. Level 8 Light Dragon Effect Monster. 2800 attack, 1800 defense. You can only use this card's first and second effects each once per turn. Send a spellcaster monster or a spell trap that specifically lists the card Dark Magician in its text from your hand or face up field to the graveyard. Special this card from your hand. During your main phase, you can fusion one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material, including at least one spellcaster. This card, I don't know how I feel about this card either. It's kind of cool. I wish it was a dark. If this card was a dark, it would be absolutely insane because you could send to summon, and then if you control Dark Magician, you could hard summon Dragoon with this card. But with it being a light, I don't really know how impactful this card will be. It's got a pretty big stat line, and I don't know if it being dragon matters, but I guess we'll see how this card fares. Next we have a Ritual, Illusion of Chaos. Level 7 Dark Spellcaster Ritual, 21 attack, 25 defense. You can Ritual summon this card with Chaos form. You can only use this card's first and second effects each once per turn. Reveal this card in your hand, add one Dark Magician or one non-ritual that specifically lists that card's name in its text from your deck to your hand. Then place one card from your hand on the top of the deck. When your opponent activates a monster effect, return this card to the hand, and if you do, special Dark Magician from your graveyard, and if you do, negate that effect. So this card is pretty cool. I don't really like it with it being a ritual, though. I feel like you're going to lose more advantage than you're really going to gain with it. Actually, I think its first effect is more important. You might not often ritual this out, but you can reveal this card in your hand, add a Dark Magician or non-ritual monster that lists that card's name and its text from your deck to your hand. Then place a card from your hand on the top of the deck. So you could basically reveal this card, add Dark Magician or a card that lists Dark Magician, and put either this card or a different card back. So it's just a searcher for the archetype, which is fine. And on top of that, if you play the Chaos form, you could summon it and it's a monster negate. This card could actually be really nice. Just help you cycle through your deck a little bit. Alright, so I was in the middle of editing the video where I talked about these cards. So post-edit Zaid here, and I went over to Dueling Book to look at what cards list Dark Magician for this to search. And not only is it good for the archetype because there's a million monsters that list Dark Magician, but this card not only searches souls, but fills the summoning condition for souls and puts itself back to the deck. So if you're a deck that just plays Magician Souls, you could play 3 souls and one of the ritual Illusion of Chaos, and if you draw the Garnet now, Illusion of Chaos, you reveal it, search souls, put this to the top of your deck, and then send it to grave to summon souls. So this card is like actually fucking absurd. Last, we have Chao Maudu Sensei, Master of Chaos. And this is a level 8 Dark Spellcaster fusion, 3k attack, 25 defense. Takes Dark Magician, plus 1 Chaos or Blackluster Soldier ritual monster. And Illusion of Chaos counts towards that. You can only use the first, second, and third effects of this card each once per turn. If it's fusion summoned, target a light or dark in your graveyard and special summon it. Tribute a light or dark, banish all monsters your opponent controls. And if this fusion summon card is destroyed by battle or card effect, target a spell in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So this card is pretty big attack-wise. There's not a lot of monsters that can attack right over this, but it has no built-in protection. So it's not going to be a floodgate type monster where it kind of just sticks on the field and can't be removed. But on summon, you get a free card, and you could tribute that free card to banish all monsters. Banish. So it's like Regeki that banishes, which is kind of bonkers. And then if it's destroyed by battle or card effect, add a spell from your grave to your hand. I could see this card mattering. I don't know how you're going to fusion summon it in a way that isn't inherently a neg. But if this card sticks on the board, it could be very game-changing. Overall, I really like the Karibo, the Magic Karibo. And I kind of like the fusion, and I kind of like the ritual. And then these 2 cards, Dimension Conjurer and the Timaeus, I'm not the biggest fan of. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys are thinking about these cards. If you're a Dark Magician player, are you going to play them? Which ones are going to make the cut, and at what ratio in your deck will they make the cut? Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe for more. Maybe if this video gets enough traction, I'll even consider making a Dark Magician deck. Take it easy.